I wonder what happened to Kenard. He looks like he's between 8 to 12 years old. I imagine he'd be in a juvenile detention center but wouldn't face as much jail time as an adult. I doubt he'd be respected as the guy who took out Omar when he's released, and instead he'd probably think of himself as invincible and he gets himself killed. Dead or prison for life, he's got that written all over him. One of the themes of The Wire is the endless cycles, which is best represented by characters turning into other characters. We've discussed some of these on the channel already, but you have the likes of Michael becoming Omar and Dookie becoming Bubbles. Who would Kenard turn into, I wonder? Bodhi, maybe? I don't quite see it. Bodhi still had a heart. There was potential in him, whereas Kenard comes off as a straight-up psycho. Marlo? I don't know. He's got that coldness, but it takes intelligence and charisma to make it to the top. And there's nothing to suggest Kenard had any of that. He's not important enough to become the new Omar. And plus, even Marlo had a soft side with his birds, whereas Kenard is burning cats. However, he does punk Naaman by stealing from him and then convincing him the cops raided his house. And for such a young kid, that does show he does have some cunning. He's also skilled enough to work a corner at such a young age. But in all honesty, he'd probably be dumb and angry, have an undiagnosed personality disorder, and would get into some kind of trouble along the way. And there is such a dumb and angry character in this show who got put away. Bird. Remember him? Who got jailed after Omar's testimony in season 2? I mean, a canard is a type of bird, and Bird's name is Bird. Get it? Maybe it's the show's way of telling us Kenard will basically be the next Bird. Both of these characters appear disturbed and have a never back down attitude, but one that is irritating, loud and cocky. Both took a beating for running their mouths. Bird in the interrogation room when he insults Kima, and Kenard when he is plummeted by Michael. Both have made homophobic slurs. They have unlikable, abrasive personalities and look like they would never amount to more than muscle. This would also be poetic on another level, as Omar sent Bird to prison, and the future Bird got revenge by taking Omar out. In many ways, the story of Kenard is a sad one. I know people think he's a little shit, but as with the rest of the street characters, you wonder how different their lives would be if their environment was different, if they were born in a different street code. Only Naaman was so lucky, but Kenard is a boy who has internalized the message and ethics of the street that he doesn't know anything else. We never see him at school, for instance. Kenard's development is a subtle one, but he goes from being a boy playing pew-pew games with his friends to slowly becoming harder, colder and more violent. And clearly Omar, or the image he envisioned of Omar in his head, was an inspiration to him.